Hello and welcome, my Capricorn friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. This is going to be a group reading for my Capricorn friends in celebration of Halloween. Happy Halloween, my Capricorn friends. This is one of my favorite times of the year. The energies are so vibrant and amazing. This is an important day for many people on many different levels. So when I was planning out this video, I really kind of reflected on how I wanted this video to look and really what would be helpful for my friends, and how there's so many different celebrations and ideas about October 31st. So when I was looking at it, I decided to go from kind of the Wiccan pagan standpoint of having October 31st as a New Year's Eve. I wanted to do this because on New Year's Eve we kind of forward plan a bit. And I don't think we do this enough. I don't think we do a lot of mapping out. So what I wanted to do was a Halloween mapping session with you. It's so much fun. And when I was looking at all the mapping stuff and I looked at it and I'm like, this isn't good enough. I need something fantastic. So I created this spread for this reading. I have a link below to a post that I've created for this, this spread, so that you can take this spread and use it in your personal life, whether it's through your tarot or oracle cards. I always want people to have the ability to try this on their own. So the deck I'm using for this spread is the Halloween Tarot. I absolutely adore it. The mapping sessions I've been doing with it have been phenomenal. Then I'm going to end off the session with an oracle blessing from the Enchanted Oracle. Like always, there are links below to both these spectacular decks, so should they speak to you, you can go check them out for yourselves. Alright, my Capricorn friends, let's get started. Alright, I'm going to be using this spread, and I'm going to be kind of flipping back and forth between the copy of the spread and the cards, just at the beginning so we can get into a bit of a pattern here. The first part, or the first question that we're going to start off on, is what card represents my Capricorn friends in the upcoming year or 12 months. We're going to start off with a bang. We're going to start off with a jumper. Now, this is the biggest spread I've done so far, where I'm looking at an intentional 15 pulls of cards. I won't lie, I don't think I've had a spread where it's just been 15 cards, because I get jumpers and add-ons. This card jumped out, so this is a very intentional card for you, and that's the Two of Imps, or the Two of Wands. That fire-based direction is what's really going to be kind of embodying my Capricorn friends. Now, twos are about duality, choice, and balance. And all three of those are going to be really important for you. That yin-yang aspect is really going to be key for the next year. Let's go on to question 2. What card symbolizes the year for my Capricorn friends? Again, we have a jumper. It's a good one. The Tower. It may not seem like a good one, but it's the 16th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about change. As a species, we hate change. However, when you're looking at growth, you need to change. You need to have that. So the next 12 months gives you the opportunity for change. Let's go on to the third question. What card symbolizes my Capricorn friends' main challenge? I've got one on the floor already. Over the next 12 months. Okay, we've got a couple jumpers. The first one was Judgment, the 20th card in the Major Arcana. And that's the connection to the universe, those universal messages. It's going to be a challenge for you to clearly hear those universal messages. You're going to get caught up in these two cards. And the second one was the Chariot, the 7th card in the Major Arcana. And that's that willpower. Again, really connected into the Two of Imps, or the Two of Wands. That willpower, that solar plexus chakra is going to be really key. It's going to be a challenge because your willpower isn't going to be as clearly driven as you'd like it to be. Now, interesting, you've got 3 cards that are major arcana. The next 12 months gives you a great opportunity to make some really big life shifts for yourself. And I say opportunity because this is a map. This is not concrete in stone. We have the ability to change things through free will. So this is your ability and opportunity to make these changes. I'm not going to flip back and forth anymore between the spread and the cards. I'm just going to keep going forward. The next 12 draws that I'm going to start here in November are going to be the months of the year. So I'm not going to jump back. It's going to be the same question, just a different month. I wanted this to be concrete for you so you knew what the question was and what was going on. But now we're just going to go through the months. So the first month is November. What card symbolizes November for my Capricorn friends? And that's the 5 of Bats, or the 5 of Swords. Now, November is going to bring some challenge for you in that people like to share their thoughts, feelings, and ideas very freely with others. Sometimes it's needed, and most of the time it's not. So November is going to kind of be a bit of a conflictual month for you because we're starting off with that 5, right? Now, you have the ability to take the high road. It's about really critically thinking about that balance. Sure, they're giving you a lot of information. You don't have to take it. You can take the high road and you can just let them think, feel, or whatever it is they're trying to share with you the way they need to. That's their road. November, you're going to be able to work on some skills on how to kind of overcome that need to be right. We all like to be right. But we don't have to be right for everybody. We just need to be right for ourselves. In an argument, really there's no winner. You just have more hurt feelings. However, if you acknowledge how they're feeling or thinking or whatever it may be, and just kind of let it slide off of you, you become the bigger person. You become that individual who's taken the high road, and you start to rebalance and reshift things for yourself. Also, when you take the high road, you're also raising your vibration. So that connection, that obstacle that you're facing here, isn't as strong. It becomes more of a support or a tool for you. All right, let's move on to December. What card symbolizes December? Got a jumper. And all that I may bring, got 2 jumpers, for my Capricorn friends. Oh, sorry, we've got more than 2 jumpers. We had 2 piles of jumpers. Like I said, I do an intentional 15 draws, but I've never had just 15 cards. The first one, the Knight of Bats. That knowledge piece is going to be really critical for you, Capricorn. Not only that knowledge piece, but that energy. The Knights bring about that no fear, gung-ho energy. December's a busy month for us anyway. It doesn't matter who you are. There's always lots going on in December. You're going to have that energy to go forward. That knowledge is going to be really key. With him came the 3 of Imps, or the 3 of Wands. Where the 2 is talking about decision making, the 3 is its action card. Now you have action on action. Not only do we have a knight that is full of knowledge, we now put that knowledge with that drive and that ability. So you're going to see December really opening up for you. It also will bring you about a lot of confusion. There's going to be a lot of gray area for you. The 7 of Ghosts, or the 7 of Cups. This is known as the 7 deadly sins. That 7 is going to add lots of kind of uncertainty and indecision in your life. You've got a direction. However, things are going to come up that are going to make you question that. What you're really going to need to overcome the 7 is going to be working on that connection with higher self and the universe, which is one of our kind of challenges, major obstacles for the year, is that connection piece. You need to be able to cut through that 7. The last card that decided to jump out was the Magician, the first card in the Major Arcana. You have the skills and abilities to do it. However, it's that belief in self that we're missing. We're questioning it. We don't have it. You have the ability to connect in and use your abilities and skills to overcome the 7. However, the challenge will be believing in yourself enough to get it done. So December is going to bring about a lot of kind of shifting in abilities. We're really seeing the Tower start to rear its head in December. Let's go into January. What card symbolizes January and all that it'll bring my Capricorn friends? And that's the 7 of Imps, or the 7 of Wands. Again, we go back to that conflict. 7s are kind of a struggle card. However, 7s are a lucky number. When you really tap into that 7, you're going to find that you have the ability to overcome it and be victorious. Again, we go back to what was happening in November. That high road is really going to be important. Balance is going to be key, because the Tower is following this balance. So should we make some kind of more negative choices, we may feel that lightning bolt strike us in the butt a little bit stronger than we would in other years. Let's go on to February. What card symbolizes February and all it will bring my Capricorn friends? How many of you were voting for the Lovers? I'm almost done the videos and I haven't had the Lovers on February at all. The Knight of Ghosts. Knights, again, we have that energy. That no fear, gung-ho, here we go energy. And that's going to be important. November, December, and January are going to bring you a lot of instability in your emotions, because we're going to have lots of conflict come in. Also, there's a lot of stuff going on in December, so we're going to really feel that rocking. That Knight helps bring a bit of stability in understanding our emotions a bit better than what we had in the previous 3 months. And that stability is really going to be that kind of a reprieve for us, kind of a ha moment. Let's go on to March. What card symbolizes March? Got some jumpers there for my Capricorn friends and all that it will bring them. March brings in the 9 of Pumpkins, or the 9 of Pentacles. March gives you the opportunity to really reflect on all that you have created and all that you have achieved through your life. Not only just in the last couple of months, but kind of that take stock moment, because we're really sitting at a bit of a kind of an intersection, if you will, a precipice on what you're going to do next. We know this because the Fool wanted to come with her. He's a beginning card. He's the 0 card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about that new beginning, that journey, that next step, that leap of faith step. And that's really what you're looking at here. The Tower is really overseeing this reading, so we're looking at shifting change, and it's having that leap of faith and understanding that the universe has a master plan. We may not be able to hear the universe, however, that leap of faith and trust that that higher power knows what it's doing. And the last card that jumped out with these two was the 2 of Pentacles. 2s are, again, that duality and choice, that balance. And it's really going to be a balancing act for you come March, because there's going to be so many energies that you're coming off of. And there's that trust in the universe. As a species, we don't always trust as easily as we should. Not to mention, we're making some shifts up in December. And we're really trying to come to terms with that tower. So there's going to be a lot of energies kind of pushing and pulling us in different directions. Balancing yourself, your energies, and your energy flow is going to be really important to help you moving forward. And the Fool is going to help you out with that. Let's go into April. What card symbolizes April and all that it will bring my Capricorn friends? That's the Seven of Pumpkins, the Seven of Pentacles. We're looking at more work in April. Having that, we've started working on our crop, that movement piece. We continue to work on it. We're going to have to be working on, even though it's a challenge, that connection to higher source, and also our connection into ourselves, that willpower. The Chariot is a card where you're looking at using sheer determination and willpower to overcome every obstacle and be successful. Pamela Coleman Smith drew this card originally as a man standing in a concrete chariot being drawn by two sphinx, one black, one white, without reins. He's not using any manual force. It's all that inner willpower. That connection into those two cards, they are our challenge. However, they are our keys as well. Let's move on to May. What card symbolizes May for my Capricorn friends? We had a jumper. It's a fantastic jumper. The Three of Ghosts. Ah, what a month. We get a bit of a reprieve here. And it's more than what the Knight gave us in February. This is a time where we can connect in with our friends and family and really rejoice in all that we've accomplished, in all that they've accomplished, and really give ourselves that break that you're going to need, because it's been quite the past 6 months. Let's go on to June. Heading into the summer. What card symbolizes June and all that it's going to bring my Capricorn friends? And that's Justice. Justice is the 11th card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about that black and white balance, also that sword of truth and knowledge. That's going to be really important. What do you need to keep? Because this is going to start to ruminate, and especially with the Tower in there, you're going to have a lot of things that aren't going to be needed. What things can you let go that aren't serving your greater good? So you're going to be able to really come up with a bit of a shifting, an internal shift in June. Let's look at July. What card symbolizes July and all that it will bring my Capricorn friends? And that's the Nine of Ghosts, or the Nine of Cups. When we shift and clear some of the stuff that we don't need in June, you're going to see things from a fresh perspective, and you're really going to be able to make what you do have and what you have accomplished really shine. And you're really going to see some of the skills and abilities that have helped you move yourself forward and will keep helping you move yourself forward. Let's shift into August. What card symbolizes August and all that it will bring my Capricorn friends? Oh, she's a doozy. The Devil. The 15th card in the Major Arcana. I said there's things that are not working or serving you. There's also self-soothing and addiction pieces in our lives that we use to overcome some of these more challenging aspects, right? And a big one is avoidance. right? It doesn't necessarily, like the devil does not necessarily mean there's an addiction to drugs or alcohol. These are coping mechanisms that may not function very well. At one point in time, they may have functioned really well, like avoidance. When you were 2, hiding under your covers was a solid way to get away from the boogeyman. Which, by the way, the boogeyman was not the boogeyman. It was something entirely different. However, when you're 2, it's the boogeyman. So it's really, August is going to bring about that time where you're going to have to really keep going with what you started in justice. What isn't working? And start pruning that out. You need to get out of the chains of the devil to really take hold of that next piece as we round out the year. When we start to release from the devil, we start to embrace that message from the universe and that living that true willpower, that true sense of self. Let's go on to September. What card symbolizes September and all that it will bring my Capricorn friends? That's the King of Imps, or the King of Wands. That king is that fully developed personality. We're going from fire to more fire. We are starting to align with that Chariot. When we're looking at the King of Imps, he has the most control, he has the most abilities with his inner fire and creativity and passions. We're starting to see ourselves align a lot more with the Chariot. The more you're going to align with the Chariot, the more work you do here. That's going to be really key. We're looking at a lot of alignment with Judgment here, and a lot more with Chariot here. Both of those are really, like I said before, really important as you go forward in your ongoing journey. These are going to be key skills that you're going to really need. Let's end this off. What does October? What card symbolizes October and all that it'll bring my Capricorn friends? We have a couple jumpers. I never have enough space. It's amazing how this number works as well as I'd hoped. So, October. First card, 3 of Pumpkins, or the 3 of Pentacles. We've been doing a lot, like yes, we celebrated with our friends and family. However, we've been doing a lot of internal stuff. Clearing out things, working on that connection with the universe, balancing ourselves out. We're going to see kind of a shift come October. And it's a shift that's going to go into November 2020. Is that shift to being working as a team. And it's not just any team. It's your team. Connecting in on those vital planes and different astral planes and connecting in with that team that's been working with you. You're going to be more of a team player than kind of being felt out of the loop. Because come October, these two are really working with you rather than against you. And that's going to be key and vital to that next stage in your November 2020 calendar, if you will. That next step into the Pagan New Year. With it came the 8 of Bats, or the 8 of Swords. With this connection into your new spiritual team, and it's not a connection you haven't had before, it's a stronger connection, you're going to start to see some of that baggage really come up. We kind of teetled in it here, but real serious baggage. Events and situations have happened in our past. And it's more than just this year, it's throughout our entire journey and journeys. Events have happened. We have attached emotion to those events. The 8 of Bats, or the 8 of Swords, talks about the need to unravel that emotion, because those emotions are what tie and bind us up, and take that knowledge rather than that emotion. That's another piece that's going to kind of unravel into November 2020. It's, again, we're starting to build more momentum as we go into that next year and just keep going. That is quite the 12 months, my Capricorn friends. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's look at what your shadow self wants to add. And that's the World. The 21st card in the Major Arcana. talks about that celebrating where you're at. It talks about taking that pause and then stepping into something new and being excited about it. We fear change, yet change is inevitable and we must continue going. As the seasons continue to evolve and as we continue to grow and evolve in our lifetime, things change. We no longer have the same beliefs and expectations that we did when we were kids. This year really kind of embraces that. You really need to start to celebrate where you're at and taking that step because there's more to come. And to be excited about that. Like I said, the Tower is a fantastic card to have as a year card because it does bring in that change. Alright, my team is screaming at me about the angel messages. If I miss any and you see them, please write them below. I'll do my best to catch all of them. My team's pretty good about telling me what I've got, but I have missed a few in the past, I believe. So the first one that catches my attention is that we got double sevens. Actually, we have multiple sevens. Sevens are actually a lucky number. We like to say they're not, but they are a lucky number. So in angel messages, when you're looking at sevens, sevens are a spiritual number. They are a number of telling you that you're on the right track. Keep going. Don't stop. We also had double fives. Again, in tarot, fives are a conflictual number. However, in angel messages, fives tell you that there's a positive change coming forward. And that's great, especially when we've got double sevens. Actually, we've got multiple sevens here. We've got sevens that are telling us that we're on the right track. And this is a positive change that's coming forward. So both of them are going to be really, really helpful. We've got double twos. Angel messages on double twos is that you need to keep the faith and don't give up. All of these are starting to fall into place here, aren't they? We've got double nines. In angel messages, you're being told that you're working on your soul's deeper purpose, that life purpose piece. We've got multiple threes. When you're looking at threes, you're looking at something close to your heart that needs to be expressed. We have multiple knights. Knights are the 12th card in the minor arcana, and you're looking at that spiritual growth and awakening period. Don't think I see any others. I got the twos, the threes. If there's anything else, just leave it below and I can address it as it comes up. All right, let's do a blessing. What blessing does Halloween have? Got a jumper here, jumpers for my Capricorn friends. The first one, Mystic Mermaid. It's a beautiful card. This card talks about the importance of intuition, and we have that. Yes, it may be a challenge for us to hear those messages. However, our intuition is that next step for us. This is 2 or 3 steps above that. That intuition piece is going to be really important, and the connection between your intuition and water. Using that element of water as a tool to really kind of help and push you forward. The next one, the last one, is the Green Woman. Water is going to be helpful in pushing your intuition forward. However, the earth is going to be really important in keeping you grounded and connected. That energy of Gaia will help you grow and really be able to start nurturing yourself. We didn't really talk about that. However, through these pieces, especially when things are getting really kind of turbulent for you, that nurturing piece is going to be very important. For those who wish, you can pause the video here and reflect on the cards. This is a group reading. However, these cards were drawn or in many cases jumped out for you. And I also recognize that many of these cards are overlapping, but what further information does the spread hold for you? This is a group reading, and if you're looking for something more specific or personal, you can follow the link below and schedule a private reading with myself. For those who are interested, I will be running online introductory and interactive classes over the next couple of months. The first one is on November 11th, where I'll be running my Introduction to Angels and Archangels class. Then on December 9th, I'll be running my Introduction to Connecting, which is a channeling class. If you're interested in both or either of these classes, you can find out more information and register on my website. I've provided a link below that will take you straight to my classes page where you can find out more information. I hope you found this video fun and helpful and that you're able to gain some direction into the next 12 months. This is not a static 12 months, this is a very fluid situation. We have free will and we can change this at any time. However, if you start to change things in any of this circle, you are going to have the butterfly effect further on. I want to thank you so much for spending some time with me today and watching this video. If you have any suggestions or thoughts, please leave them below. I'm always up for feedback from my friends. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see here, you really never know where I'm going to go next, and I'd hate for you to miss a video. Also, if you like this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings with myself. I've provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out. Until tomorrow, my Capricorn friends.